Star and Stripe's fight against Shigaraki was just as complex as her quirk, but something has been making fans scratch their heads up until now. With such an overpowered quirk, how did she lose? Well, I'm here to tell you that she shouldn't have. You see, Star and Stripe has this quirk called New Order, and it is ultra overpowered, and it might have had more potential than One for All. I'm not going to dive deeper into her quirk, but basically she can apply rules to eminent and inanimate objects. The limitations include only being able to do rules at once, and she must touch and say the target's name for the rule to activate. But if you want a more detailed rundown of her quirk, I have the video just for that, which you can watch after this one. Anyway, back to the fight. The reason why Star lost was because Shigaraki had a sense of self and it didn't align with Star's perceived identity of him. You see, Star successfully applied New Order to Shigaraki, ordering his heart to stop, but it wasn't activated because Shigaraki didn't know who he himself was. His identity was constantly being contested by All For One and Tobara himself, and it might even be possible that they mixed together and created an all-new persona. Now, this is a really solid explanation and all, except for the fact that it somehow gets less and less relevant as the series goes on. It felt like a very convenient excuse to make Shigaraki have an insanely ridiculous reason to beat Star. The explanation to why All For One was inside Shigaraki in the first place was because that the crazy little doctor created a copy of All For One's quirk and then gave the original one to Shigaraki and the artificial one to All For One. This means that there's a part of All For One within Shigaraki, and this is why he's having an identity crisis. But that's the same problem I have with this fight. You see, when Star touched Shigaraki, it was stated that the amalgamation between All For One and Shigaraki's persona was still at 98%, so there's still a 2% difference. This small difference, in my opinion, should have been enough for New Order to activate, since there was still a small bit of Shigaraki still inside the body. What's even worse is that Star was hyped up for months now, being the world's strongest woman as well as the greatest obstacle in All For One's plans. Just killing her off like that in 2 episodes was just too quick. Not only that, Shigaraki somehow used the K at the right exact time before those missiles hit, and even stated that if he was a second too late, he would have been dead. I don't know about you, but all I'm hearing is plot armor. Just like Sukuna making curse techniques up and binding vows. It would have been fine if it was another strong hero, but America's strongest hero with an insanely overpowered quirk losing in just 2 episodes? Yeah, I don't think so. And yeah, I get Star can't beat Shigaraki for the plot in the story, but still, just find another way. But what do you think? Is Shigaraki's win justified, or should have Star won? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe.